Let me set the scene for you. You've just bought a new game and you think it's incredible. You love it so much, in fact, that you try to get someone close to you to play it with you. It could be your friend, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, maybe even your family. You pester them for days and they finally crack. You launch the game together, play for a while, and then it hits you. They aren't having fun. For me, that's my wife. She's the cozy gamer in the relationship, which means that she doesn't always enjoy the newest extraction shooter that just dropped, which means our preferences often keep us from enjoying certain games together. But that got me thinking, how many eager-to-play couples miss out on incredible gaming experiences out of a fear that the game doesn't hit the sweet spot, that beautiful coexistence between the comfy and the hardcore that make up so many of our beautiful memories? So, to fight the good fight for both my and your closest relationships, I'm setting out to look at different games seeking one simple truth. Will it wife? I couldn't think of a better place to start than Slay the Spire 2, the record-shattering new indie roguelike that's grabbing everyone by the heart. But is a deck-building roguelike really good enough to justify all the hype? Now, I've never played Slay the Spire 1 before, and despite many of my friends singing its praises, my first experience into the series began just a week or two ago with my reluctant wife at my side.
Are there any ladies?
With neither of us having any experience with the game, she was a little worried about the idea of having to build an entire deck every time you play. We've had our fair share of agony spent picking and cutting cards for hours building Magic the Gathering decks, and the idea of more in that department was not the most welcoming concept. But all it takes is one good run. One instance of crafting a synergistic deck that can fully demonstrate the beauty of your creation to truly see the light.
Yeah, do we heal? I want to hatch my egg.
Here, hatch your egg and then I'll heal you. What did you get?
0 cost card that deals 14 damage.
Oh, that's good. It all started so easy. Attack the enemy for 6 or shield yourself for 5. Simple. These aren't playing cards, it's just your attack and your defend buttons. But from there, a single new mechanic is introduced. This card makes you do more damage. That one blocks for more, but makes you discard a card. This enemy gives you a card that does damage to you. And before you know it, it's 2 AM and you've unlocked every character in the game, wiped a dozen times, and have blood clots starting to form in your legs that you never want to go away. Oh, we both died. No! No!
Tragic.
Your bird is an orphan!
Don't say that!
The variety in this game is fantastic. Hundreds of different cards, items, and potions to enjoy, so many different enemies and bosses that it always feels fresh, and there's always a unique experience waiting for you in your next run.
The body stops you in your tracks. One of these outlines matches your own.
Oh,
it's perfect.
This is the manga! Each class has so many different strategies to play with that even after 40 hours in, my wife is still trying to decide who her favorite character is.
I'm upgrading Haze. 6 poison to all enemies.
Oh my god. You can make some insane things happen that really let you feel like you're breaking the game in just the right way.
Mirage. Gain block equal to poison on all enemies.
Oh my god.
I love the poison build. I love it.
And even with all these cards, all these enemies, all this content, the true beauty of Slay the Spire 2 is in its simplicity. Never once did either me or my wife feel overwhelmed with confusing mechanics or feel like there was something that gave us a headache trying to understand its intricacies. It's all set up in a way where no matter how many different mechanics they add or different effects stack on top of each other, it just makes sense. It flows. The victories are addictingly fun and the losses feel fair. You know exactly why you lost and are already thinking about how you can make your next run work even better. For my wife, that means stacking poison as high as she possibly can while I funnel mana into her and watch her build reach its fullest potential. You have 32 poison? Oh my god. Or having us both intentionally pick the bad item out of the chest so that rock, paper, scissors gets to decide which one of us gets to make the sacrifice. And when you lose, when it all comes crashing down and you've flown too close to the sun, put off one too many blocks for your own good, getting into the next run keeps the dopamine flowing like an IV drip. It gives me that same feeling as Binding of Isaac or Risk of Rain 2, where your eyes and fingers will start to fail you long before the game might even begin to approach the concept of being boring. And make no mistake, Slay the Spire 2 doesn't pull any punches when it comes to balancing. While it's true you can have some juicy god runs going in this game, the enemies aren't going to hold back in making you work for it either. For every instance of victory, there is one to match of crushing defeat. It challenges you to rethink your strategies, to reevaluate how you're approaching the game, and it constantly encourages you to try new things. Slay the Spire 2 is hard, but it feels very fair. And that's something that is constantly being tweaked as the game continues through early access, much to the frustrations of some people. One of my wife's favorite parts of Slay the Spire 2 is how much ability there is to work together when you want to. Funneling mana into big turns, applying vulnerabilities for massive hits, or generating massive amounts of armor for both of you at the same time really makes for an incredibly satisfying feeling of cooperation that can sometimes be missing from a lot of multiplayer games, much to my wife's disappointment. Slay the Spire 2 is an absolutely incredible game that I would eagerly recommend to nearly anyone who likes to play games, whether it be by themselves, with a full group of friends, or with their dearly beloved spouse.
Corrosive Wave. Whenever you draw a card this turn, apply 3 poison to all enemies.
That's disgusting.
I love this game.
It scratches my itch for combat and addicting roguelike build crafting, and my wife loves the ability to strategize as a team, the charming art and sound design of the game, and the ability to throw so many shivs in one turn that the game actually falls behind while it plays through the same animation over and over. This is certainly a game that I'll be putting hundreds of hours into, and with the full confidence that my wife won't stop until she manages to kill even the architect, I can confidently say that this game does, in fact, wife. We're constantly on the lookout for new games to make or break our relationship, so let us know what games we should try out together next, and we'll see you in the next one.